Hi Kris, I'm Janey. This is Ashely.
Hello.
Hello.
We're recording stories about people's tales of their journeys to Glasgow from wherever. Could be from Edinburgh, it could be from Africa, we don't mind. Do you have any stories about a journey you took to Glasgow?
Well, now, in fact, I'm traveling for a year through Scotland.
Oh, wow.
But I came from Aberdeen to Glasgow. I stood there by somebody I knew from MBA Mountain Botties. Botties, the open shelters in the hills.
Okay.
I met her on a general meeting of this organization, and she asked me what my plans were, and that I was going to Shetland, so you have to take the boat in Aberdeen. And she said, okay, I live in Aberdeen, you can come and stay in my home for some days and wash your clothes and things like this. So when I came back from the Shetlands, I went back to her house, stood there 2 or 3 days, did some small walks along the coast, and most of the time I like to hitchhike because it's a nice way to get in contact with local people. It's maybe my 8th or my 9th time in Scotland for walking, cycling, but when you have done this for so many times, in fact, it always stays to the surface, and you get in contact with people, but it always stays. You ask people, can I pitch my tent here, things like this, will you refill my bottle? And yes, this is in fact the way the idea grew, to come for a year and to combine it with volunteering.
Where are you from?
And couch surfing. I'm from Belgium.
Wow.
Yeah.
And have you had any weird experiences on the hitchhiking or the camping?
Well, in fact, when I came to Glasgow, I wasn't hitchhiking because people told me that you can, with a long distance bus, sometimes travel very cheap. So I found a ticket for £1.
Wow.
On a bus. Well, the fact is then that you travel rather late and that you arrive at 15 minutes after midnight in Glasgow. And I found a nice hostel here in West End, but they told me when you arrive so late, you can't come in. And then I thought I have to look for on the couch surfing website for somebody who can host me for just one night, not too far from the bus station. And I had to do it at that moment on my mobile, so it's all a bit on a small screen and so, and you don't really see very well what's happening. And the first contact I saw was a man who makes a host who makes cat cartoons. So now we are, my son and me, we are more cat people than dog people.
Yes.
And so he was a designer, and I'm a bit a designer too. So I thought, oh, I hope he will host me.
Yeah.
So I was writing him that it looks as if it was a nice match.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, maybe I never did couch surfing for 7 days, and I planned to stay seven days in the hostel, 7 nights. But I thought, when this is a nice contact, maybe I can try to do this for 7 days. So I asked him, and I thought, well, I can go for a night and I will see how it is.
Yeah.
But yes, in fact, I stood for seven days.
Oh, wow. Was it lovely?
Yes, I met him with his friend Laura and the 3 cats, and in fact, I slept in the middle of their living room, a couch you can make a bed of.
Yes.
And in the morning, in the weekend, when they woke up earlier than me, they just stood on their bed with a laptop. So, but they are used to do this.
That's an amazing adventure.
Yes.
What did you do before you started couch surfing and travelling? What was your job before? What did you do in your life?
Well, the last 4 years in Belgium, I was teaching children from newcomers in Belgium, refugees, people from Eastern Europe, but it can also be children whose parents come to Ghent University to get their PhD. So,
and what do you teach?
You were teaching.
Well, in fact, it's not really teaching. I always say in fact, I need to be a bit a teacher, a mother, and a psychologist.
Yeah.
Something
you could be
like
a barmaid as well doing that.
Yeah. Because Yes, it's a nice job because you have those children in small groups, and because of the head teachers often don't really know what to do with all those children coming from everywhere, and they have to go to school. I have lots of freedom. So in a way, you can say I don't have to travel because the world is coming to me. I have children from Vietnam, from Poland, from Iran, Iraq. So, and it's primary school, so younger children, and I prefer this above. I teach in high school too, but those children are more, curious and still open for lots of things.
Wow. And what's your favourite place you've been?
Well, in fact, Scotland. And people are, when I say I'm going to travel, and I say Scotland, people are, my friends are wondering, what is this with Scotland? Why always Scotland? But every time when I come and I have to go home, I have the idea, in fact, I want to see this, I want to go there. And it's also because of the weather, of course, because it's always, even in one day, the weather can change. So, and even when it's misty, it can be very beautiful. And then there are places where I was maybe roads, I was hitchhiking or going with a bicycle. And that I saw no hills. For instance, Glencoe, the first time when I was on my bicycle through Glencoe, I even didn't know what Glencoe was, but I saw lots of tourist buses, so I thought this must be a very special place.
Wow.
And years later, I was hitchhiking or biking in the other direction through Glencoe, or I was walking the West Highland Way with my son. And then I saw, yes, this is Glencoe.
Is your son with you just now?
No, but he's coming to visit me in Roy Bridge to walk from there.
Well, this is a woman who has seen much more of Scotland than you and I.
I know.
Your journeys, you're the most travelled, most journeyed person that we've met. That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Kris.
Thank you for coming, Kris.
Thank you, Kris. That was wonderful.